And we're back with the NFC. Are you ready to start with the NFC West, NFC East, NFC North, or South?
Oh yeah, we're gonna start off with the NFC Wheat.
The NFC West?
The West. Have you ever heard of the West?
Yeah, have you heard of the West? The one with the Niners where the Bosa's holding out for a contract?
NFC West. All right, yes. You got the Bosa thing. I just think he's asking for a lot of ridiculous money because he's sort of worth it. And the Niners are like, whoa, that's a lot of money. We need to save money for other players. But they'll figure it out. I mean, he might even be a little bit late to the season. But when it's all said and done, he realizes that this is their best chance to get to the Super Bowl and to win the Super Bowl. Okay, saying that is a nice intro to what their strength is. It's their front seven.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is more of a front six because the 49ers are notorious for using 2 linebackers and an extra corner instead of the traditional 3 linebackers. Okay. So let's say that Bosa is playing for our sake of argument.
Yes.
My sake of argument.
Of course, for your sake.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So you got Bosa on the edge rush. Okay. I mean, this guy is coming hard and fast. All right, like a teenager on prom night. All right,
with a lady.
With a lady, exactly. Virgins have fun. All right. So yeah, okay. So
what else about their strength?
Yeah, I mean, okay. So who do you got paired with Bosa that makes him even harder to contain on the outside? You got Javon Hargrove. I can't even fucking talk.
Javon Hargrove.
Hargrove.
In the middle.
Yeah, right. Defensive tackle, double-digit sacks. Okay. So basically, when you like military, right? You load one side so you can beat the weaker flank.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, on one side you got both those guys. Okay. You got Armstead, who's missed a lot of games due to injuries. He's going to do his thing, and then they're going to rotate the edge rusher with rookies, free agents, players you've never even heard of. So, I mean, yeah. And then you got the best duo linebackers. You got Fred Warner, who's super fast.
Yep.
He can get interceptions.
Coverage.
He could blitz. And then you have...
Dre Greenlaw.
Thank you, Dre Greenlaw, okay?
Right outside line.
Dre Green, I am the law, okay? You ain't above the law, okay, boy?
Can't believe we have both of them.
Yeah, both of them.
We just need another linebacker.
His only Achilles is that he gets a little extra happy on plays and like will do the personal foul and hit a person late, okay? Especially during a key critical time.
Of course.
But you throw those...
Out the window,
and he's fucking amazing. I mean, if you have like a 4th down and 1, that's who you want jumping over the pile
or pushing safety?
the pile back. Yeah, no, I'm just talking about the front 7 though.
Yeah, I know, but I have to talk about mini Troy Polamalu.
Oh yeah,
Every time.
Hufunga
coming down the middle for run support.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't want to get hit by that.
Yeah, so yeah, that's definitely the 49ers
strength.
Yeah, for sure.
The front 7. Okay.
All right. Next up, the Seattle Seahawks.
The Seahawks were second. Wow. Exactly. They went from losers to second?
You see this cock?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's coming for the Niners.
Exactly. Watch out, Niners. Don't get poked from behind. You are in San Francisco, you know.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, don't be running down Castro Street. Woo, what is that? Oh, it's someone poking me in the back or in the butt. Yo, it's the Seahawks, those corny little bastards. Okay?
Arguably the best draft.
Yeah, okay, so their strength, this is pretty easy. It's their trio of wide receivers.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you got DK Metcalf. I mean...
Jesus, a freak athlete.
I'm pretty sure he was spawned by my father, Zeus. Some, like, tribal black woman in some part of Africa. And then you got DK Metcalf. Yeah, exactly. Yep. And then you have Tyler Lockett. He can go deep. He's
the Allen Iverson. That's what he said.
He is Allen Iverson.
He says he likes to juke people like Allen Iverson crossed over.
For sure. And he can do the whole route tree. I mean,
it's insane.
Every single one of them. And then you have, I think it's Nigsby.
Yeah.
That's funny. I think it is. Nigsby.
Or is it Higbee?
No, it's with
It's not Tyler Higbee.
No, it's not. It's Nigsby. Nigsby or something like that.
Is he good?
Yeah, no, he's good. He's like he was drafted in the first round. So it's those wide receivers in the first round, like the Justin Jeffersons and Jamar Chase. Now, I'm not saying Nigsby is that, but he's super talented. I mean, especially when he's the 3rd wide receiver. What, you got a linebacker on that, a safety?
You have a linebacker, a safety, or you have your nickel corner on him.
Exactly.
Have fun.
And you know what? They're going to need Geno Smith to be throwing all those touchdowns because the front 7 of the Seahawks,
Oh no.
they're going to be gashed and giving up major yards. So much like the Chargers having to score 30 points a game to make up for the deficiencies of the defense,
Yeah.
the same could be said of the Seahawks.
The Seahawks Legion of Boom, though.
Yeah.
Secondary is nice.
Yeah, the secondary is nice. They got a pretty good corner, and they drafted another corner. So, yeah, their secondary, the top half is good.
Yeah.
That's going to be hard to throw against, but you can get them underneath with the run and short passes over the middle and have long drives.
Any case, who's after the Seahawks?
It's the Rams, and you're thinking, what possible strength could the Rams have after maxing out their credit cards?
Aaron Donald.
You can be ESPN and be like, oh, Aaron Donald, yeah.
No, I'm just saying literally all they have is
best
Aaron
defensive
Donald.
tackle, yeah. Or
It's true, though.
Cooper Kupp, keep the cup overflowing.
I know it actually
the Great
is.
White Hope, Triple Crown threat, right? What's a Triple Crown threat for wide receiver?
Number 1 receiving yards, number 1 receptions, and then the last one is touchdowns.
Exactly, okay. But you got Stafford throwing to him. Stafford's a little creaky.
You want to hear the real ESPN answer?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sean McVay.
Oh my god, boy genius.
Boy genius.
He's so smart. He's got a smoking hot girlfriend.
I know he does.
Okay, yeah, exactly. No.
What's
all
the real
wrong
strength?
answers.
What's the
all
real
wrong
strength?
answers. Their strength is that everybody is going to underestimate them and be like, it's the fucking Rams. What have they done since the Super Bowl? They suck. Sean McVay's not even in it.
And then he wins.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so don't underestimate them. They still got parts, and they still got Sean McVay, Mr. Photographic Memory Boy Genius. So so that's the thing, is that people are going to underestimate them to their own.
And they're not as bad as the worst team in football.
They're not.
Who's next on this list?
Yeah, exactly. And then the last one, which they're favored to lose every game.
They're going to lose. They're going to be the first 0-17.
So bad. Yeah,
they're going to be
0-17 team. Okay, there's been an 0-16 team, the Lions. There's been an 0-14 team, the creamsicle Tampa Bay Bucks.
Yep.
Has there ever been an 0-17? No.
Nope.
Because we
just started it. Yeah, this is the third season. So I think it's the Cardinals. They're going to be the first one.
Yeah. Okay. So what's their strength? Okay, if I gotta say one of their strengths, it's gonna be Kyler Murray. He's gonna miss the first part of the season, at least a few games, if not half. But when he comes in, he's gonna have that chip on his shoulder that he's always had, and then he could always say, you know what? The reason that I sort of sucked is because Cliff Kingsbury. That was his fault. I'm gonna throw him under the bus.
Yeah.
Okay. Now Cliff's not there,
gone.
So he's just going to be running around the field. I mean, he does have some super talent, you know. I mean, when he's clicking, he's like that guy in basketball that just goes on a heater. Yeah. So he's very much of a heater quarterback, where he's just like running over the field or running around and then throwing it deep. So there's no DeAndre Hopkins there. There's a fire sale going on, but if there is one small, tiny strength, a midget strength, it's going to be Kyler Murray having to prove. Because, look, they're going to lose a lot of games, maybe win 2 games, maybe go 0-17, like Chris said. So that will get them Caleb. So Caleb is Johnson, I think his name, or Williams, from USC. Yeah. He's the quarterback everyone's going after. He's the new it thing. Yeah.
Really?
So if they have a chance to, then they will probably try to trade Kyler Murray off.
Yep.
And grab Caleb Johnson or Caleb Williams, whoever the quarterback for USC is.
All right. It's funny though, since they're always going to be behind every game. I'm going to say Kyler Murray gets a 5,000-yard season, throwing to Hollywood Brown. Because they're going to be down the whole, and just going to throw the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, I think
he's going to get 400 yards every game.
I think he'll have a combination of 5,000 yards between running and receiving and all that stuff.
Yeah, but my point stands. They're going to be behind, so he's going to be throwing
for
the whole time.
For sure.
Poor bastard.
All right.
NFC East, the best division in football.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, okay, NFC, it's funny, NFC East, AFC East.
It's the East that are good, and then NFC South, and AFC South.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't that funny?
That is funny.
But honestly, though, I really do think it is.
Okay, yeah.
All 4 of them could legitimately go to the playoffs just to piss you off. I really do feel like the Commanders can make the playoffs.
Especially
out of spite.
Okay. All right, so let us start off with the NFC
Division winner.
Division winner.
Who are you calling it as?
The Eagles.
Thank you. If you said the Cowgirls, I was going to make you leave.
So what would ESPN say the strength is?
Jalen Hurts.
Exactly. Why doesn't anybody realize the strength and power of this boy, Jalen Hurts?
I did.
Oh yeah,
a long time ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
on this show, from the beginning, we were like, this
yep.
guy has some magic to him. Okay, yep. But no, that is not the answer. Okay, but the answer sort of has to do with Jalen Hurts, which means AJ Brown. Okay, yes. AJ Brown is why everybody knows about Jalen Hurts.
He made him Pro Bowler.
He's basically a more advanced DK Metcalf. Okay, he overpowers corners that are covering him. Okay, he goes deep.
He outjumps them.
He grabs
it out of crazy angles.
Exactly. The energy he brings, like when he scores, you know, I mean, he just like breaks out his Hulk. You know, he's like, oh. So yeah, AJ Brown. Agree?
Yep, for sure. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think that's enough said on them. Okay, the Cowboys. Cowgirls. All right.
What's their strength?
Their strength.
They're loaded, which is insane.
They are.
They always get loaded somehow.
Yeah, you know what? You have a whole bunch of stars, and you know what? The star in their helmet. America's team, whatever.
Oh, God.
America's team is now the Chiefs. Everyone knows that.
Well, yeah.
So what would be their strength? Okay, I'm going to tell you what their strength is this year. Okay. Yeah. It is free agents. Okay, one on offense, one on defense. Okay,
who are they?
Brandon Cooks. He's going to be cooking. Okay, now this guy has been on the Saints, the Rams, the Patriots, the Texans. For whatever reason, all he does is 1,000-yard season and 8 to 10 touchdowns for each of those teams. So he produces, but for whatever reason, he wears out his welcome. I don't know what it is about him. Maybe it's.
But now he's on the Cowgirls, so he'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
They're all full of drama.
Exactly. He's
they're used to it.
Drama heaven.
Yeah, they're used to it. They love it.
So yeah, I mean, especially when you have to put your best player on CeeDee Lamb. Okay? Because he's developing into a true number one.
So
and then
now
you got Brandon Cooks in the slot. Ooh, and then Dak throwing to him.
Yeah.
So, okay. So we took care of the offense. Let's talk about the defense. All right.
Who is it?
What do you do now that you have Trey Diggs as a pick six lockdown corner, right? You pair him with Stephon Gilmore, okay, who was created in the lab by Bill Belichick. Okay, I mean, if there's anybody that knows defense and wrote the book on defense, it's Bill Belichick. Right?
Yes.
He went over to the Colts for a year. That was like sort of his rebound bitch team. Yeah. And then the Colts were lucky enough to get him. What does he bring? I mean, he brings down all the stuff. What's that?
The Cowboys were lucky enough to get him. You said the Colts again.
What did I say?
You said Colts.
No, I said the Colts had him.
And then you said the Colts again instead of the Cowboys.
Okay.
They'll just making sure you're
right. C-O.
Yeah, close enough.
Brain, come on, fucking work. I need a lightning bolt. Boom. Okay, cool.
But now so you have two lockdown corners.
Yeah, exactly.
What the hell?
But besides his like corner skills, what he brings is veteran leadership. Okay. So when those cowgirls or cowboys start getting out of hand. You know,
get him in line.
He can put him in the line. He'll be like that drill sergeant, you know. Get in line, son!
And you got that great edge rusher.
Yeah. Oh, and then you got Micah Parsons. I mean, the Cowboys are scary. The only thing that they don't have is a general. So it's like having those legions of troops and not having an Alexander the Great, not having a Julius Caesar, not having a Hannibal.
So they needed a Pro Bowl or middle linebacker to be the field.
No, I mean, what I'm saying is I need for the general to be Mike McCarthy.
Who's terrible.
Who's terrible, exactly. I mean, he's doing the play calling. So that'll be their eventual downfall. But as far as their strength, they got some mercenaries, okay?
They're a mercenary team?
They are a mercenary team, exactly. All right.
Agree with
Next up, the Giants. This one's really easy. I mean, let's look
ESPN dick sucking time. I know what you're going to say.
What am I going to say?
Saquon Barkley.
No, definitely not. No.
Don't do the ESPN answer.
Guy who was like injured for 3 straight seasons, then finally had a good
season.
The
guy who carried the whole team last year? Okay.
He did though. No. Okay, let's remember the Giants. Okay, I'm going to like...
the Titans.
What?
Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans. Let's remember the Giants.
Let's remember the Giants this time.
Yeah, little Giants. Okay. So this is the way it works. Okay, so we're going to flash back, and it's Eli Manning winning his Super Bowl for the 2nd time against the GOAT, okay? Yeah. That is enough to get him into the Hall of Fame. I know his numbers aren't great, okay?
But that's Hall of Fame.
But fuck you, Gen Z, and your stats, okay? It's about championships, it's about moments, it's about changing the fucking game, okay? Go change your diaper, Gen Zers, okay? You got ass on your balls and on your dick. That's disgusting!
Anyway,
all right.
What's your point?
So my point is they've sucked since then, right?
Right.
Coaches, offensive coordinators, general managers that fucked it up with picks, okay?
Yeah.
So then you bring in bald-headed, bearded Brian Dable. Okay?
Brian Dable.
Yeah. Okay. Do you think Josh Allen missed Dable last year?
Yes.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Dable's
Ken Dorsey. Good. I don't think there's anything against Ken Dorsey. I just don't think Ken Dorsey is Brian Dable.
No,
okay.
It's
so
Dable
comes in there and somehow gets them to 9-8. They beat the Vikings. You know.
In the playoffs.
In the playoffs.
And it makes Saquon look good. What happened?
They cover. And this is what it is. It's Brian Dable's ability to use Daniel Jones' athleticism. You know,
ironic to say,
like, no, you're going to be a pocket quarterback because you white. That means you a pocket quarterback.
No, he can run.
No, he can run. Use his athleticism, and he does. Like so many of his plays are like booting out and throwing and moving, and okay, you're going to act like you're going to pass, and then you're going to run because no one's going to be expecting it. Okay,
yeah, because you white.
Yeah, exactly. Because you white. You ain't supposed to run. Okay. Exactly.
But yeah, that's the answer.
That's the answer. Brian Dable. Exactly. It ain't Saquon. Okay.
And then the last but not least, and they're still going to win games and piss you off.
I know, exactly.
The Commanders.
Yeah, the Commanders are, just as my friend is saying, Chris, that they're not as bad as they look.
They
On
are.
paper, they look bad. But somehow, they beat the Eagles last year with the NFC Championship.
They did.
And
it's insane.
They stayed close with a lot of teams. It was rare that they got blown out, you know.
I know why.
They beat the Cowboys Cowboys, towards the end of the season.
I know the reason, but I want to hear your strength first, but I'll tell you the reason why.
I'll tell you what the strength is.
Yeah, tell me.
It's, okay, so it's not Ron Rivera. Okay,
No.
I think that's the weakness, and he's going to get fired at the end of the year.
He will be fired.
It's Eric Bieniemy, okay? He is going to bring, look, he was hanging out with the cool kids, okay?
Yep.
And Eric Bieniemy wasn't really one of the cool kids, but yeah, I mean, you hang out with Patrick Mahomes, you hang out with Andy Reid, and you go to all those meetings, you end up absorbing it, okay?
Exactly.
You end up taking, it's like when a man and a wife get married, okay?
Yeah.
They fuck! And then they get to know each other, okay? And over the years, they start to take qualities of each other on, okay? It's the same thing with the Eric Bieniemy. He has absorbed some of those qualities by Andy Reid, probably one of the greatest play callers we've ever seen.
Exactly.
Inventive mind, and then coordinating Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
He's bringing some of that stuff with him, okay? He's also bringing some of the discipline with him, which... What happened was that Rivera was like, oh, wait a minute, you're looking too good. Let me throw you under the bus, all right? He's throwing like his offensive coordinator under the bus because Rivera's got no new ideas except play defense and run the ball and get field position and 3 yards in a cloud of dust. You know, that whole Newt Rockney bullshit don't work in the fucking 21st century.
No.
So yeah, it's Eric Bieniemy. He's going to be calling cool plays and just like they got weapons, Terry McLaurin, some of their running backs, the tight end. You're going to start to know some of these names. So the Commanders are sort of like the Patriots in that not much is expected of them, and they're going to win despite you thinking that they're going to lose. So if you're a bettor, don't bet against them, okay?
No.
Yeah.
Especially against that defensive line.
All right, so now we're done with the West and East. The East meets the West.
Let's do North.
All right, let's do North.
I want to leave the two weakest ones for last, like we did last time.
So the NFC North. All right.
Who's number one?
All right, we'll start off with the Lions because
It's probably the Lions are going to be the NFC North division.
So for a long time, this team has just been carried just on heart. Okay, just heart, like Dan Campbell type. Dan Capable heart.
Yeah.
Okay, but the talent is starting to match the heart.
Yes.
Okay. Now I could say, well, Dan Campbell's the strength. Well, I think he's the one.
Easy.
It's too easy. He's the one that got it all going.
Right.
Okay, but what's the true strength? Okay, it's the trenches. Okay, they got a top 5 offensive line. Instead of going for the sexy pick, which was Jamar Chase.
Yep.
They went with Penny Sewell.
Good choice.
Yeah. So I mean, if you see the Lions at home, they'll score 35 points on you, no problem. Okay?
Yeah.
And then you look at their defensive line. You heard of a guy called Aiden Hutchinson?
I have. He's a monster.
Another great white defensive rusher, much like Bosa and TJ Watt, you know?
Yeah.
He's awesome because he will get after the quarterback, but then all of a sudden you're like, he's coming. Let me throw a screen pass. Oh shit, he's tall. He intercepted it.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
He's good against the run too.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything.
Yeah. He can drop back into coverage. He could stop the run.
Everything.
He could edge rush. Yeah, and Yeah, and they draft well, the Lions. So, and then I want to give a little minor shout out, okay, to Goff, okay, the forgotten one, the number 1 pick in the draft.
Yeah.
He went to the Super Bowl, okay,
and he won.
And no, he didn't win.
I'm just saying he should have won.
Oh yeah, he should have won, but yeah, that was Sean McVay's fault that they lost. Yeah,
13-3.
But you know what? He quietly had a nice game, and he's got some weapons. He's got Amon St. Brown, okay, and he's got Marvin Jones Jr. They got the 12th pick in the draft, Gibbs, running back, okay. So they're going to have some nice sustained drives, and Goff has that chip on his shoulder, okay?
He does, after the Super Bowl.
He's been surrounded by talent provided by Dan Capable and his staff. So watch out for the Lions. Lions, you're going to lose to the Chiefs, okay? Because it's their coronation. That's just the way it's going to happen. But after that's to be expected. But you get 10 days to rest. Whoever they play that second game, I'm taking the Lions. I don't care who the fuck that they're playing, okay? Unless like they're playing the Eagles or something. I'll have to check that out.
Boltman, I have a crazy prediction for you.
Go ahead.
I think the Lions beat the Chiefs in overtime.
Oh wow!
I'm calling it now.
So I guess I'll be safe by taking the Chiefs at +3.5.
I'm calling it now. I really feel like
be safe with the Chiefs +3.5.
Yeah, you totally will, Boltman.
All right. Okay, let's move on to the next one. I'm in no particular order, but I'm going to go with the Vikings because they were last year's champs. Right. And until you beat the champs, you can't beat the champs. Okay. Right. So their greatest strength. They're so fucking dimensional, it's sickening. It's Justin Jefferson, okay?
That's it.
He's all world. But if everybody knows that that's where you're going, because
they're going to double cover him.
They're going to double and triple cover him, okay?
Then you can't do shit.
There's no one opposite of him. Dalvin Cook is gone. He's with
Just throw to him anyway. He'll probably still catch it anyways.
Will,
he still will catch it anyway.
The liability that Justin Jefferson has is that he has Kirk Cousins, which on TikTok I'm always seeing him in the top 10, usually at the bottom of my
I don't know why Kirk Cousins.
What are you smoking?
Dude, he sucks.
Okay. Yeah. He's a white, immobile quarterback.
Throwing to Justin Jefferson. That makes him look
if you
good.
blitz him, exactly. So
throw a pick.
Decimated defense.
Yeah, they got nothing.
They need to score a lot of points.
They're like the Cardinals, dude. That's what this reminds me of. They just have everything gutted and thrown away and fire sailed. The Vikings. Again.
Yeah, I agree. All right, we'll move on from the Vikings.
Yeah.
Because they're boring.
Oh, no. Who is it?
All right. It's the Bears.
Boo!
Okay.
My Bears fan's gonna hate you.
No, he's not. Okay, what's their greatest strength? Their greatest strength is Fields. Okay, he's a poor man, Jalen Hurts.
That's still pretty good.
Yeah, no, that's
Trey Lance.
Yeah, exactly.
Poor Lance.
Yeah, I mean, his running really reminded me of Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Even Jalen Hurts.
He beat the Niners in the rain.
Yeah,
he got a rushing touchdown and beat the Niners. The number 1 defense.
I just think that a lot of people come down on Fields. I mean, because look, Hurts is awesome and he's probably one of my favorite players. But he's got fucking talent all around him. Okay, he's got a great offensive line. He's got AJ Brown. He's got Devontae Smith on the other side. He's got running backs that they run by committee. He's got a great defense. I mean, he's got everything. What does that Fields have? Okay, now they are starting in the right direction because they got DJ Moore out of the trade when they gave up the trade to Panthers, so the Panthers could get Bryce Young.
Yep.
But you need to give them a cast, okay? And they will lose enough games to get a high draft pick to build they got a nice offensive tackle in the draft. They're building in the right direction. The GM, I'll shout this out to your friend, is making the right decisions, okay? To build a team. They got DJ Moore, number 1 wide receiver, and an amazing offensive tackle. So expect big improvements from Justin Fields. He did awesome last year. They
might actually have 6 or 7 wins.
Six or 7 wins sounds about right. Sounds about right. Okay.
Much better.
And then the last one are the Packers. The Pack Attack.
The Pack Attack is definitely last.
Yeah. The strength of this team really is their running backs. AJ Dillon and God, what's the other guy's name? It starts with an A too.
Yeah,
whatever his name is.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's it. That's all they got.
Yeah, the 2 running backs. So basically, you need to turn it into a 2-headed monster. Run the ball.
Just do the Packer sweep.
Passes. Yeah, exactly. Let's do the Lombardi sweep.
Yeah, do the Lombardi sweep.
Yeah, short screens. Okay.
Yeah.
And supposedly they have pretty good defense. So just Keep the
Jair
defense
Alexander.
fresh. Bring it on. Jordan Love, you are not flying high like Jordan, okay?
No.
And there is no love for you because it was all used up the last 30 years on Brett Favre and Aaron.
A-Rod. Anyway, so we gotta hurry. So NFC South.
Okay, NFC South. Division. Okay, yes, the NFC South.
The weakest held division.
Okay, I'll start off with the Saints. You know what the Saints? The Aints.
All right, what's
or
their strength?
The taint. Taint my pussy, taint my ass, taint my
What
balls,
is their strength?
taint my cock. Their greatest strength is Derek Carr. Okay. Now,
that's a shock.
Yeah, it shouldn't be that much of a shock, right? The Raiders is a poorly run organization. Okay.
So they got rid of
what does Derek Carr go into New Orleans besides Bourbon Street? Okay.
Yeah.
And he is a holy man, so he does not partake of the sin that is in New Orleans, okay? Because New Orleans is filled with sin and devils and voodoo and witchcraft, okay? But Derek Carr, getting back to him, he's got an offensive line to protect him. He's got Chris Olave, He's got Michael Thompson, and then
Michael Thomas.
What did I say?
Thompson.
Thomas.
Yeah.
And he's got Alvin Kamara, who has a couple suspensions for a beatdown on his girlfriend.
Yikes.
Okay.
But he'll be playing.
Yeah, he's going to be playing after a couple games, and I think he's got something to prove. And he's got a defense on the other side. He's got home field advantage. So Derek Carr is going to a good place. Big chip on his shoulder. He wants to make the Raiders pay for the mistake that they did. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
And he's got his brother David Carr hyping him up at NFL Network. The good-looking brother.
The better.
Yeah, the better-looking brother. All right. Next, Panthers. Okay.
Rawr.
Right.
They got the new shiny toy.
They got the new shiny toy. I could be like, oh yeah, Bryce Young, the top pick in the draft, and then Frank Reich.
He's not. No.
No, it's not. That's a good start. Okay.
Yeah.
But what those two need to rely on is the real strength of the team, which is their young and aggressive defense
and fast defense. They're all fast, which is scary.
Yeah. Their defense. Can do damage, okay?
Yeah.
And if you can just have nice, long, sustained drives through Frank Reich running the offense, through Bryce Young and such,
defense.
the defense is not the liability. A lot of times with these young, quarterback-driven, rookie/new coaches, the defenses are terrible or mediocre at best.
Not this one.
They got a top defense, okay? All right, next up, the Falcones.
The Falcons.
The Millennium Falcons.
Because they got that dual threat, Desmond Rider.
Desmond Rider. I've been watching him preseason. He's actually pretty good. He can move around the pocket. I thought he was just a pocket passer.
And their tight end.
He's got some legs. Yeah. What's his tight end's name? Florida.
He's like literally one of the almost number one pick.
I forget what his name is.
Oh my god,
wide receiver / tight end.
But yeah, he's literally uncoverable.
Right.
He's like Justin Jefferson.
Okay. So the actual strength of their team isn't Desmond Rider.
No, it's not.
The strength of this team is behind Desmond Rider. Okay, Bijan. Like a Bijan little dog.
Yeah.
Bijan Robinson.
Isn't he the best running back?
He is the best running back out of Texas. Okay, clear-cut best running back. Okay, I saw him in the preseason.
It's insane.
Through, great running back. The undervalued. I mean, for the Falcons to go up there and grab him at number 8, that was ballsy. I was like, oh damn! Let me check out your balls. Shit.
Cojones.
Yeah, not the little bolt. It's a big bolt. Whoa! Damn! I didn't know you had a big bolt. All right.
Yeah, the Falcons.
Yeah. And you know what? Who is the coach of the Falcons?
Who?
Arthur Smith. Thank you. I was gonna say Arthur Miller, but that is the playwright that married Marilyn Monroe.
Anyway, so Arthur Smith.
He runs the ball. Yes. Who else did he run the ball with?
The Niners, right?
No. Derrick Henry. Those 2,000 yards rushing, okay? So they're going to run the ball. They're going to keep their defense fresh. They're filled with like veteran cast-offs like Calais Campbell and such. So, watch out with the Falcons. They're sort of hard to predict. They're like the stock market. Up and down and recession, depression, bear, bull, Make up your fucking mind. All right. And then last but not least, or maybe in this case it is the least, the fucking ears. Okay, they're gonna fuck it up. Okay. Yeah. But what is their strength? Okay, it ain't Baker.
No.
Bake me a cake.
Can't believe it's Baker Mayfield.
The faker. No, and Kyle Trash.
No. Nope. Neither.
So you got to look to see what got the Buccaneers to where they're at with the Super Bowl with Brady. It was that
Yeah.
defense. Okay, there's
Yeah.
still pieces to that defense. Okay,
Well,
the
yeah.
strength of the defense is their linebackers, Shaquille Barrett.